All right, welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of the normal playthrough of Ninja Gaiden Sigma, specifically on the Master Collection. So we left off right when we got back to Rachel. This is right before you get back to Alma. So I wanted to point out here that there's that chest, and if you need to, you can shop at Muramasa's shop here. Everything's really cheap for Rachel, so you only play as Rachel for this chapter and one more. So don't be stingy, especially with how cheap everything is. So I'll probably just max out everything here just to show you. But anyway, so let's continue through. So in here, this is a mandatory fight. There shouldn't really be anything different, is it? It's not mandatory. Oh, this is mandatory for you. Sorry. When I see this room with the lighting here, I think of military. Okay, so we go this way. And you can just hold block instead of doing what I was doing. I was doing on landing jumps just to try to make her moving a little quicker, but I wasn't blocking. Another chest there. If you want to fight them, really just get near the rocket guy there. Spam X. You can counter if they're not guard breaking like that. There we go. And the counter kills them alone, so there you go. They're pretty weak. Save is there again. And then up here, we're going to lower the drawbridge. And if you this fight isn't mandatory, but if you want, you can do it, which we will to show it. And this is where you get Rachel's Nimpo or sorcery. Hey Yeti, welcome to the stream. So that I felt like he was gonna do something, so that's why I stopped my my string there. But it's just XXX, and then obviously you need to watch for the other one. Yeah, so whenever you're to the side of him or like behind him, they'll want to turn around like that and hit you. There we go. But I didn't hit Y at all during that fight, so I didn't need to do it. I'll pick up this HP, and then this is her her sorcery. We'll go and equip it. Let's see. And then this way is probably the fastest way. If you want, you can break down that wall for Ryu. It doesn't really matter. But in the end, we're gonna go this way. Grab a couple chests if you want on the way. Oops. Don't need to fight these guys. You can just run on through. Save statue right here. I'll just do it just in case anything exciting happens up here. And then you continue this way. So we're just chasing Alma. Oops. There you go. So I'm pretty much just walking up, pushing, or holding Y. I guess it's the same as pushing Y. But anyway, you don't have to do that fight. I was just showing you the black tack soldier. And then here we have a couple enemies. This is the Steam version. Yep, this is on PC. We have a couple enemies to fight here, and then we have a boss fight. So these guys are gonna be more aggressive than the other ones. So I'm gonna try to play a little smarter and not just do the full 4 X's, unless I feel I can. So you can iframe through the blast of the incendiary shuriken. I'll pause right here for a sec. So he clipped me with it, which caused a slight stagger and a little damage, but then it'll explode a couple seconds later. And if you learn the timing, you can just roll through it and iframe through it like you would a Dark Souls roll or something. Oops. More of the same. And then we're on to Rachel's boss fight.
So strong, so beautiful. Wonderful, both of you sisters are.
So with this boss fight with Gamoth, he can kind of combo you like a Devil May Cry character with the guns. So once he gets you in the air, he'll keep shooting and get some good damage on you. So you can counter him. And you just want to keep trying to block as many attacks as you can. And if you don't get the counter, you know, you can go for a couple strings. Okay, so he went for a grab at the get-go there. So I can heal. I got a punch. Just like that. That's what I was talking about with the combos. So I'm going to try to counter. There we go. And then you can just do Y. And the counter will knock him down. I'm doing counter Y. There you go. So I just did counter Y, and then as soon as he got on the ground, I just pushed Y, and then waited for him to get up. And that's Rachel's second chapter of the game. Not too bad. It's probably one of the shorter chapters, especially if you don't get the if you don't get her sorcery. So now we get to play as Ryu again. And we're back where we killed the Bone Dragon. One thing I want to keep note on is that you can jump off the ledge there and die. And it'll take you back to your last save. So it'll probably be in the last chapter. So anyway, we're going to pick up the Life of 1,000 Gods that was dropped there. We can consume it right here. And that will extend our life bar. If you are collecting any extra Life of the Gods, you just need 9 of those to be consumed, and then you'll be able to extend it again. For the sake of this, I'm not going to go and look for all of them. And then we're going to go back down this way, and there's a save statue right around the corner over here. So you can save here. And we just hop all the way to the bottom. And we're going to just continue on this way. We've already fought these guys, so I don't really need to show you anything new there. What I do want to get here is the level 3 Dragon Sword. Because it gives you the Gleaming Blade. And that's just, it's really high damage. It doesn't do as much as a Dragon's Claw and Tiger Fang, the 360Y, but since we're going to a consistent route, the Dragon Sword, I want to showcase that. Everything else I think I'm fine on. I guess I can get more Incens. You don't have to. Smoke bombs you don't need. If you had a whole bunch of money. Apparently, OBS disconnected. Oh my goodness. What is going on right now? Is OBS even recording still? Okay, I'll let it figure out what it's doing. Anyway, so I'm assuming I've been recording this whole time, so we're gonna continue. So anyway, if you have extra money, I'd recommend you get some heals, because we're gonna be fighting Alma. Hey, Gamoth. And Alma can be a little rough if you're brand new to the game. If you have a ton of money like I do, you can get the Armlet of the Sun. I'm not gonna grab it right now. But anyway, we'll continue on through, and then there is another save statue right here. I'll save right here just in case it wasn't recording. It looks like it's still recording the whole time, so I'm not worried about that. So anyway, we're just gonna fall down here. This is one of the 2 rooms you gotta go through. So I didn't here. We'll go over it real quick. So we'll kill this guy, and I'll explain it in a second. Yeah, I had to restart OBS apparently, Gamoth. Even though it was just for stream, though. I've been recording the whole time, so that's what that's what it's focused on anyway. Okay, so we're gonna clear these guys out. We where is it? The windmill shuriken we grabbed earlier, we can just throw at these guys. And then we'll do the same for this guy. So the move that we unlocked that I wanted to showcase is a Gleaming Blade, which is when you do this. Obviously, I had a floating essence, so it did a UT, but it's this right here, that attack. So a lot of people have a hard time doing this one because they're not spinning the thumbstick far enough, and it's only clockwise. Oh, I guess you can do it the other way. I just never tried, so I guess you can do whatever you want. But the point is see how my thumbstick's hitting the edge of where it can turn? That's how you do it. So I won't showcase the speedrun strat, but I will showcase just getting rid of these guys. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. The bow shoots so straight, it's crazy. I'm not used to that. So this part can be a little annoying. I'll admit I haven't done it in a long time as far as the casual way. But you shoot that, and then the whole point is just avoiding these guys and staying on the platform. So you don't have to roll a jump if you don't want to. Just roll through that spike right there, wall run, and then you're across. Oh yeah, Gamoth made a good point. You can slow them down too. There is the switch that you can hit them with. Let me oh, I guess I fell down. Let me hit it again and I'll show you. So you can slow them down. Whoops, I need to do left trigger. There you go. So I think I'm fine. There you go. So it slows it down. So you can walk up to them, shoot them, shoot a couple if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, that's an option instead of just doing what I did. That'll help help you get across easier. I recommend refilling your arrows. This part you can just fall in. Ooh. Okay, it's another big. And then, yeah, I think these guys can shoot you through water too. Oops. I was looking at chat. Twitch baby. That's a 10-month-old Twitch baby. Raven, thanks for the sub. How have you been? So like I said, we're doing a Gleaming Blade there, which is this move right here. I didn't want to jump too much once I get close. You just want to block an arrow and then roll and do it again. You don't have to kill them in this room to hit the button. You can just go hit it, but it's just less annoying. To deal with them that way. And then that's a big, like we just went over. Here, I'll just show you the normal strat. Whoops, they won't let me talk. So this is where we're gonna fight Hydrocubus 2. Hey, no worries, Raven. I appreciate it anyway. So this is the same strat as before, except we can. The only difference is you can end it with the Gleaming Blade after you knock off both of the tentacles. So we'll try to do that here. And then you can do Gleaming Blade. It does some good damage, especially if you fuel it with a UT like that. And then you can also just do X, Y, X, X, X instead of the Gleaming Blade if you aren't comfortable with the Gleaming Blade since you just unlocked it. X, Y, X, X, X. There you go. Yeah, you can do a dual swords 360Y with the fire wheels. I'm just showcasing the dragon sword only because I feel like the dragon sword is safer. It has less recovery frames than the dual swords. So that's why I didn't go over that. But yeah, if you have these weapons right here, you can do this with fire wheels right after you knock them off. You can do that as well. I'm not showcasing that too much in here, but it is an option. Nimpo. Okay. So let's see. So I think the safest is probably, if I go down, probably Shuriken, Inferno, Dragon Sword, because we're gonna fight Alma next. Okay, and then we're gonna head up here. Grab the Jewel Demon Seal. If you didn't, I didn't mention this before, I should have. If you don't run across from the way that you enter, which is this way up here, this bridge won't break. So if you just jump off like I did, you can go back and go shop and save if you would like. There is a save statue right over here, but the important thing is you can shop. You can also shop in Sigma, literally right after this. Right here is the other Nimpo, the Ice Storm. If you want, you can grab it. It's I haven't tried it in Sigma, I'll be honest, but in Black, it's a horrible. So there, you just wall run to this platform. If you mess it up like that, you can push this button to reset it and try again. Then we gotta grab this and the key. And then we open this door and head on over to Alma. I'll show you where the last save statue is. That will actually be a little closer in case you do die on Alma. But before you get to this cutscene, you do want to make sure, or I guess you can shop here too. So you can shop there and make sure you're filling up on heals. And then the safe statue is down through this tunnel. Right here. Safe up the elevator has an item each time your natural progression takes to the monk room next to the elevator. Is it something okay? I thought it was a Life of the Gods. So real quick here, we fight a couple enemies before we get to Alma. So just play safe, that way you're not losing HP for these guys. They're not worth it. XY. You can do forward Y. Remember, these guys want to do that air destruction slash attack and throw a shuriken. There you go. So what Gamoff is talking about over here is this chest. You can get an item out of it. So one thing I want to talk about is there's two ways that you can knock Alma down, or there's three. One is the fly and swallow, which I can't do unless I have an enemy near me, but it's, you know, direction towards the enemy, jump, and Y. Another one is the haze slash, which is this. So the safe, quick way to do it is you just pick a direction to jump, hold Y in the air, let go. That attack, once you hear that charge start happening, has the potential to knock her down as well. Your Inferno does as well, but that's, you know, that's Nimpos are valuable, so you don't really want to waste them. Her attacks are, she has this grab that she can do where she kind of surrounds herself in this aura and hovers at you. So if you just pick whatever direction you were, pick any direction really, and just keep going through it, and you can avoid it. She can throw pillars, she can throw orbs, both the pillars and the orbs. If you run, imagine she is, I don't know, let's say she's the center point of the map, and she's throwing projectiles or the orbs at you. You want to run around the perimeter of the arena, or her. Imagine she's in the middle of a big circle. You want to run around the perimeter of that circle to avoid it. If you spend too much time going like one direction, she's going to hit you. So you kind of want it to be a curving rotation away from her, and she'll keep shooting right behind you. I'll try to showcase that here. Hopefully I don't kill her too quick. All right. So I already got all these chests. Let's see. Yeah, nothing else to really go over. Okay, so it didn't connect. So here, there we go. So the combo is, once you knock her down, if you're close enough to her, you can do X, Y, X, X, X. That's probably the safest one. And then just reset. You can block that. Oh, so that did connect. It was actually pretty far. Okay, let's see if I can get her to spam projectiles. There we go. Oops. So you want to avoid those columns. She will get rid of them once she starts throwing them, and then after that she just starts pulling them out of thin air. Yeah, see how I'm not running in a straight line? I'm running like around in a circle. Oh, I was too close. So when she's in this mode, she's really dangerous because she can grab you. She's not doing her grab, which is funny. So that didn't that connected damage, but she was in the middle of her kickboxing grab animation, so it didn't knock her over. There we go. So like I said, if you just pick whatever direction and just stick with it, you can just get through that aura that she kind of puts around her. There you go. So that's just the gist of it. You can just keep as long as you're doing some sort of turns and you're not trying to double back on where you just ran, you won't really get hit by her projectiles in normal. Connected, but she was resetting. There we go. Oops, that was scary on my part. I shouldn't have done that. So I don't like being this close to the wall. There we go. And that's the Alma fight. Normal isn't too bad. But if you're spamming and you're not kind of waiting to see what she's going to do, it can be bad. Because if you keep doing flying swallows and she dodges, she can catch you and punish you pretty hard, especially if you keep trying to do it over and over. So I kind of like to go for the haze slash or the flying swallow and then see what she's gonna do, and then retry again. Hey, Mizu. Nope, we are making a casual playthrough tutorial. Thanks for the posture check, no spaces. Hopefully you're doing well. Ooh. Okay. If you want, you can go back that way to go grab the Warhammer. And don't forget you can shop over here, which I'm probably gonna go grab some of the small heals since I burnt a couple. So in this room, this is the room that I was thinking you had the mandatory fight in on Rachel, and it's actually as for you. So these guys, I'm gonna see if they actually block it. No. So I'm assuming they're less likely to do it on Sigma. I want them to catch me. So they can catch you when you do a flying swallow, but it looks like it's a lot more likely in black. Okay, normally I wouldn't be doing this many flying swallows. Oh, is it oh, it's different soldiers? Okay. So these ones aren't as threatening, so you can get away with doing flying swallows. The only time you probably don't want to is when that rocket launcher guy is doing it. So get near the rocket launcher guy. You can block his rocket, and then make sure you can get close enough to him and punish him. There we go. Save right there if you would like. So for some reason there, they thought it'd be a cool idea to have the helicopter bombard you. So as soon as you see him, you can do it better than I did, but you can jump up like that and wall spam. I didn't do it. I did like, what did I do? I did this. I didn't jump off the wall. I just fell off it. So here, they block you from going to the right door up there. So in this area up here, we're gonna just follow to the left in this big hole and fall on through. Another save there as well, and then we get to run through this tunnel. So you can fight these guys. I'm just gonna avoid them, but anyway, one more helicopter. So I just jumped over them that time. You can do the wall spam again. Did I grab this? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save here just because I want to take my time on the whoops, with the arrows. Your second chance right there to grab the tablet piece if you didn't open it. I already got it earlier. And then at this door, we want to equip the bow. And we'll make this really, really easy. So focus him real quick, and then you can just keep doing this. You don't even have to aim. A couple shots right next to him will do it. There you go. And then the last guy is going to be up there, so I like to wait for his first rocket to come down. And then aim at him. If I have a better shot. There we go. So upcoming is a boss, and he's I think his name's Alternator, and he's a lot like Dynamo, except he has this dash that's really really annoying. So pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do X, Y, Y, X, Y, Y, and I don't have any smoke bombs. I don't think you need them. You can just get through them that way. And since you don't use any Nimpo on this chapter, you can just spam your 2 Nimpo that you have at this point. Oops, I shouldn't have jumped into him. Oops. So you can do X, Y, Y into Nimpo just for something consistent in case you decide to charge like that. Yeah, so that's probably his most scary attack is the dash. So I used a double elixir, or elixir the devil way there. There you go. So I popped a couple heals there because I got hit by the dash. But if you save your Nimpo for when you see him start getting ready to lean into the charge, you can just nimpo it, and don't be afraid to use them there. Real quick, there is a free talisman you can get, so we're gonna refill on arrows, interact here. We'll probably clear these guys out since I don't have a smoke bomb. Oops. So the Ryu has to be facing the door. There we go. That's all that needed to happen there. So free heal there. Oops. So you gotta shoot that, shoot the glass, and then shoot it, the actual button, and then you'll have your third free talisman of this playthrough. So once we get up to this point, this is where the game can get a little complicated. And I say that because the bow and arrows sucks a lot in the Master Collection release of Sigma 1. Because you're fighting some tanks and then a helicopter. Alright, save here so you don't have to go through that chapter again. Oops. So here you can just avoid the guys, it's more of the same. And then we need to shoot these guys up here. So whatever one you kill second is the one that's going to drop the key. Just keep that in mind. Whoops. And then you can skip these guys too. Grab this on the way. And then we'll just run into the door. Let's see. So go up this way. Get a free heal if you need it. So part of the reason we picked up the windmill shuriken is for these drones. So I'll show you the casual way. The speedrun way is just, you have to learn a trick that I haven't shown you yet, so I don't see the point in going through something I haven't gone over this far yet. There is some arrows that you can grab right there. Yeah, I'm stuck. So then we'll just make our way down here, head to this platform once it comes back. So the windmill shuriken can only get the one at a time, but it does have decent range. That one's really far away. So we can jump across here. If you don't think you're gonna make it, you can air destruction slash at the end. As I get closer, oh, there we go. Quick way to get right back up is come right here. Oops. Well, it's thin out the hurt a little bit. Come right up here. There we go. And if you time the Y input right at the end there, he'll fiend seal up top. So obviously this is where this gets really, really, really annoying. They actually have a lot further range than I remember. They're like so far out of range. It's insane. Okay. Anyway, you get the gist of it. If you can reach them, try to hit them. Otherwise, they're going to have longer range than you are. All right. So then you can go grab that key, come down here, and before you open the door, we're going to swap to explosive arrows. And this is the first part where you're going to you can test out your arrows, your bow and arrow skills, or you can just fight the soldiers with the sword. We'll start off with the bow, and then we can go over a couple in case you miss them or something. So it always starts the same pattern. Left, right, and then guy in the left, or right, I mean. And then we just kind of keep going back and forth. So I'll kill a couple more if I can shoot straight. So I'm just shooting the forward YY. And then he can do it again, and next Y should kill him. There you go. So off to the left from the entrance is a shop. Free heal. So we'll save here right after I shoot that wall. And then the next fight is the tanks. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, never mind. There's not a box there. So what we're gonna do is we're going to. There's a couple ways we can do it. Let's try one way where you jump and shoot. I'm not actually sure if that's if that will help keep the turret guy down. So there's a couple ways you can go about it, and one is where you aim. Oh, we can show it here. You aim right here. If we're looking at the tank, you're gonna aim kind of like the top part of the bottom portion of the tank, and then the cannon up there is, you know, that it's gonna turn to try to shoot you. But you want to shoot right about where that line is to try to keep the gunner down. And this is easier with the explosive arrows, but the armor piercing arrows do more damage. So I kind of want to see real quick. So the first goal, I did it out of habit. The first goal is to go to the left behind the box. You want to refill your arrows, and then you can hide behind the box to avoid getting hit. So these are still explosive arrows, but it's doing pretty good damage, and it was keeping him down, keeping the turret guy down. And still, I'm hiding behind the box. But now you can see the cannon isn't getting me from the turret, and I'm just kind of aiming towards the top, and the turret guy didn't come out once I started hitting it. And then it's up to the tank itself with the cannon to actually hit me. Here, whoops, wrong button. Yeah, so I messed up my my jump there. There we go. So it depends on the angle. The tank can probably hit me here. Yeah. And then if he gets too close to you like that, you can just try to get around. But he's in a really weird spot. So we're going to do what I was talking about with jumping and shooting. Yeah, it's going to keep the guy up there. So I want to test this real quick with the explosive arrows because this might be safer. No, it's not even getting near the turret. Okay, so this is not the strat. So I'm just going to Nimpo. There isn't any part of the chapter where you really need the Nimpo. His cannon has a little bit of a cooldown. He can't just keep spamming it. So that's why I felt comfortable to get those 2 shots off right there. Anyway, that was messy near the end because I wanted to try some stuff, but pretty much your goal is to break the line of sight as much as you can. And there's like an invisible wall here when you're fighting the tank, so you're gonna kind of like roll into the corner, and it'll keep you in that corner because of the invisible wall. And then you're just gonna keep trying to hit the tank, kind of like the bottom portion of the top. And then here you can save again. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Gamuff. So Gamuff was the one that told me this actually on I think it was my Master Ninja play. Sigma has back here in the corner a healing statue. Oops, further back. There you go. So this is good for really refilling your Nimpo and heal, or free heal. Also, remind you who made the game. So there isn't really much I have to say here. So this is the helicopter. I think I'm gonna find a spot where they won't shoot. So I would say don't get greedy because you know, get a couple shots and don't take chip damage. And by chip damage I mean like from his machine gun turret. So as he's going over, like if he goes above you at the very beginning of the fight, he can shoot his machine gun and do some damage on you. And you can just block it until you can just block it until he actually finishes going past you. And then you can just turn around and start shooting him as he's getting to the point where he turns around. So you can get a couple shots. And then after that, it's RNG if he will go all the way around the map or if he will go under the bridge that you're on here. So we'll find out here. First thing we're going to do is kill these guys. Okay, and then we can refill on arrows. I was using armor piercing. It doesn't matter. But you do want to have the armor piercing for this fight. And then we'll get into it. So he will shoot those rockets when he does this part right here. There we go. So you can control Ryu while he's moving. So I just hold left, and then after a certain point, I'll go down to refill. Obviously, that might be a little more difficult than you think because you can't see yourself. Oops. I was trying to Nimpo. So there, I just Nimpo just to get through the rockets. You don't have to try to roll or hide. If you have Nimpo, just use it to avoid it. The arrows are slow. Holy cow. There we go. All right, and then you can refill here. You can save. If you don't think you're full on explosive arrows, you can fill there. Free heal, shop. Yeah, this is fine. So here the goal is to get rid of the 9 satellite dishes that are up here. So we'll try. I guess it depends. So if your heals aren't looking so hot, then I don't try to sit there and shoot all of them right away. Maybe try to kill some of the guys. The problem is if you go and fight some of the guys, destroy some of the dishes, and then go kill some of the guys on the ground again, there will be guys that will spawn on top of the radio tower if you don't destroy the dishes fast enough. So if you have the heals, go for what I'm doing. If you don't, it's just going to be a lot slower. And since you already saved, you can probably save yourself some heals and frustration, because you just need to hit 9. So the only thing I'll recommend is... Oh, they don't show up until you kill the ground troops. Okay. I thought they showed up when you destroy some of the dishes. So better yet, focus the satellite dishes. And you won't have to deal with rockets shooting at you. You'll just have guys shooting at you on the right. And then they might throw a grenade at you. And if they do, just roll jump away from them. And start shooting again. Or just keep shooting. Biggest thing is just... is to watch your HP. Oh my goodness, I'm not very good at aiming in Sigma. There we go. That took me a lot longer than I would have liked. So we can go fill up here. Oh yeah, I was using the armor piercing there. Grab that guy for sure. If you think they're gonna hit you, you can just swap back to windmill. Do the same thing we did in the warehouse. Just keep jumping forward, spamming B. Here, these guys are gonna, I think, do they have rockets on this one? Yeah, okay. So if you have Nimpo, just use it. These guys can do a lot of damage. There we go. And since I'm out of Nimpo, I'm actually going to swap the explosive arrows. So the great thing about Ninja Gaiden is we get to go through this door to turn around. There you go. So just hip fire, just jump, shoot with the explosive arrows, over and over. You get the key, and then we're done with the chapter, essentially. Okay, it's just Land for the Gods. I thought it was something else. And then you go through here, interact, and then we get to ride the train. So I refilled there because why not? It's easy money or free money. So here we get to wait for the fiends to spawn. So you can just goof off. The whole point is you pretty much just want to like run around this second column right here. There you go. And then they'll be here. And then we can just fall through. So you can clear those bats, make your save. This is more of the same enemies, I believe. I don't think... Do they have the laser crab in here? I think it's all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. They're different looking, but they're essentially the same enemies you've been fighting. Anyway, I'm just goofing off, but if you want money, you can do this, but there is a money strat up ahead that we can go over. Oh, I got hit. Okay. So anyway, you can fight those guys if you like. But the big money strat of the game is up here. So I guess first thing we'll do is you can save right here. Whoops. Apparently I don't want to open this chest. There we go. So you can save here. There is a shop right on the corner here. And then let's see what's up here. I think it's different. Is it the key or Spirit of the Devils? Okay. So there's a key that you need to get to the worm fight. You can shop here. I'll showcase with Lunar because I want to upgrade it anyway for this next boss fight, or the last boss in this level. So I'll max it out. If you don't have the money, that's okay. We're gonna be going over the strat anyway. So I'll even pull out the dragon sword to make sure we're going through the same steps. Okay. So we can save in case I die a lot somehow. Okay. So down here, this is kind of where you can maximize what we talked about at the beginning of the game with ultimate techniques and how it multiplies the value of the enemies that you kill. So we're going to be using, in this case, the first round, we're going to be using Shuriken, Dragon Sword. If you already have the money and you upgraded your Lunar like I did, you don't have to use Dragon Sword. Lunar's quicker. So the first wave here is we're going to grab this chest. A bunch of bugs are going to spawn. You got to kill all of them to exit, and then after that, you probably want to kill, I don't know, 10,000 essence worth or so of them, and then you can leave and keep getting free money over and over again. So grab this. Here we go. And then what we're gonna do is once we get to a certain point, heading back out, it's gonna block us out. So the strat is, the reason we have shuriken is because let's say I jump like this and I want to do an ultimate technique charge and I keep wall clinging. You can jump shuriken and then start charging, and you won't ever wall cling if you do it. Obviously I did Y too early there. There you go. So that helps you avoid this over and over again. And then last thing is just timing Y when you land. So we're just gonna be doing that over and over again. The goal is to kill as many bugs as we can with the full ultimate technique, because that's where the value of them increases or multiplies a lot. And then we want to absorb as many as we can. So it can take a little bit to getting used to, but I'll showcase it here in the first fight. And if they get too close, it's okay. You can just release and get an ET. Now I have 2 essence. Hey, TGD. I have a feeling I know what your joke is. Oops. So I'm trying to leave that in there. So if you remember, I'm holding LB to keep the essence there and not absorb it. There you go. There we go. I kept messing up where I wanted to land, so I kept trying over. So that guy in the front wanted to jump at me, so I had to let go soon. There we go. So now that you've seen how not so great the Dragon Sword is, we'll go over the Lunar. Yeah, so I saw the one at the left wanted to come at me, so I can get a lot more money from this guy by killing him there. There we go. And now we can get out. This is where you can start really racking up the money. So I'll do it once just to showcase it. I'm not going to sit here and farm for the video, but I'll just do it a little bit just so you can understand it with the Lunar. Because we are on normal, so it's not I don't expect people to be farming this too much. No, we're just doing normal right now. Yeah, I'm going to do Master Ninja right after this is over. This is to get the new players through the game initially, and then hopefully they'll go through hard and very hard. Yep. Whoops. There we go. So that one was a really, really good one. So you can just do what I'm doing and use extra essence to fuel your UT, but you can also just dry charge it without anything to help fuel it. So we'll do a little bit more. So you can see the kill counter up there. I'd say just to be safe, don't go past 30. But after this first fight, or this first time, it's not going to show the kill score anymore. So you're just going to have to keep an idea on where you're at. Okay, so we'll grab this and we'll head out. That's the gist of it, though. So at this point on normal, I have way too much money than what I'm used to. But anyway, I recommend also, since you're if you're learning this, save after each time. That way you don't waste your own time and die. And you could have been 3 rounds in. Anyway, so that we saved. We got a whole bunch of money. I'll purchase later. If you want, you can go back through that door on the bottom where we got the key. Go get the save statue. Or, I mean, the Muramasa shop. So this is where we go. We got to open this door. Nice. Right when I went to unblock to open the door. Okay. What a joke, dude. Okay. So this is where we fight the worm. I love how they delayed his attack for when I turned around. So again, I think before you get to this fight, you should be getting more comfortable doing gleaming blades. And I'll say if you can do, not in this room, but if you can do, let's get out of this room real quick. Let's go where I know there's no enemies. If you can comfortably jump forward, oh my god, dude, I need to find a wider space. If you can comfortably do or just a jump, gleaming blade, I'll say 10 times in a row, then I think you have the very basics down of doing it. A lot of people I see that are new to the game complain that they can't do it. I know I've said this exact phrase before, but if you can jump and do it as soon as you land, start getting that charge off, and do this 10 times in a row, then you'll get a lot further in the game with the dragon sword. So anyway, we're gonna go over that with the worm. I'm not gonna do any speedrun strats. We're just gonna do sheer avoiding him and then gleaming blades. You can block that attack. Obviously to punish him, you want to jump over it and gleaming blade like I was talking about. So that's why I'm saying jumping and learning the gleaming blade while you're in the air. You should do that before you do this fight. You can just do XXX there just to get a little damage. You don't have to go for gleaming. You can get money off of him if you are able to get an Estus technique or an ultimate technique off. At this point, I wouldn't expect you to go for it. I didn't go for it. Pick up the Art of the Inazuma there. That's really good for clearing out waves of fiends. Whoops. No, I haven't found any TGD. I've been opening every chest, dude. I've only seen chapter 4s. So grab that. That is your key item to get through this next part. Otherwise, you got to go run around everything again. So at this point, I'll just buy a couple smalls since I was getting slammed around in the bug room. Again, you can save there, keep your progress. I cannot believe that that hit me. Yep, I've been going through every chest to show where all the heals are, and I haven't found any other ones. Whoops. Let's go up here. We're gonna put the tablet in. And then before we leave this room, we're gonna go over here. Open this chest as well. And then at this point, you can just, if I know where I'm going, you can, oh, I forgot to use the Life of 1,000 Gods. So use that from a while ago. And then Spirit of the Devils. And there you go. So we're gonna go head up this way, and instead of going right, we're gonna go left this time. So this might look a little fast, but I'm just trying to... There's nothing exciting happening right now. Yeah, so TGG, I'm gonna encourage anyone as you're going through the game on normal, you're gonna be unlocking these enchantments. I don't remember the order in which you get the normal ones off, but as you're getting them, feel free to equip them. And then if you're gonna go through hard and very hard and all the way to Master Ninja, you know, equip those as well. But if you go through and do the Doku strat on hard, if you go through the Doku strat on normal, and then you do it again on hard, you do it again on very hard, and you try to skip all the way to Master Ninja, you don't get these. So keep that in mind. So I went through, you get the Grip of Murder costume by beating very hard. And I had beaten Doku on Chapter 2 on very hard because I just wanted to go to Master Ninja. So I went through Master Ninja without the Grip of Murder costume, which does a lot more damage. So keep that in mind. And plus, if you're newer and you're watching this anyway, you probably want to go through hard and very hard to understand the new enemies that you're gonna go through. Because once I do the Master Ninja tutorial, I'm gonna assume you know enough about the game to get through it. Oops, what am I doing? But yeah, I'm gonna encourage anyone to use them. I'm not using them because obviously this is supposed to be a fresh file in the new game run. Another shop here. Oh, they gave me heals. So in this fight, we're gonna fight 2 worms. Really, the 2 things to worry about is him shooting projectiles and then them wanting to kind of like poke at you and do a grab attack. If you get caught off guard while they're doing that sweep, you can just block it. You don't have to try to do a Gleaming Blade every time. Yeah, so just move off to the side once you notice he's gonna do the grab. And then I'm just doing XXX. There you go. Now we're down to 1. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Whoops, I jumped way too late there. So that one was my fault. There we go. So here we'll just grab that extra money. Sometimes it's HP. Yeah, I had a feeling that was Life of Gods, but I wanted to check. Free big heal there. You can avoid the bats. You can, you know, throw a shuriken, whatever. We're gonna head up this way. Figured why not. Doesn't cost me anything later. Let's see. So fun thing, if you are over here and for some reason want money, compared to that bug room, you can do this. I just shuriken 2 bats. They're not worth much, but again, like I said, if you're at this point and you're begging for money and you're not quite back at the bug room yet, you can get a little money there. You can get money from these guys pretty easily as well. But the main point is to grab this and we'll head on out. Now we go down here. We can refill on our incense right around this corner on this body. There's a chest with a heal there. I'm going to leave it for later because we come back when we're fighting Awakened Alma. It doesn't matter. We can use explosive arrows here. Apparently I'm going to read it. There we go. There's that shop. And then we're going to head upstairs. So now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to run right back up here. Kind of towards the first worm, but instead of going right, we're going to go left. Whoops. Show the easy strat with UF, yeah. So we place that. Now all the water is down. Feel free to zip by these guys. Pretty sure it's another Life of the Gods. Yeah. Nothing else you need to do. You can shop again. We're just going to head on through. We're going to keep going. The goal here is to go between these walls right here and jump off them. And you don't have to push anything. You can just push A. And then once you get to the top like that, just let Ryu fall. If you slam down, sometimes he'll target an enemy and not the button. And you can get hit. Continue on through here. No, I'm not showing scarabs. Apparently I don't know where all of them are. Because in both my playthroughs I missed one and then I missed four. Or four and then one. So this isn't like 100% collectible thing. This is literally, can I get through the game? What are the basics? How do I beat these enemies? How do I beat these bosses? What are some ways to get items? I still have the bow. Okay. So we're gonna shoot this. Yeah, I don't know where my 50th one is that I keep missing. So I'm gonna save here. So there's a couple things that you can do. So this is why I like to upgrade the lunar. And then we'll just keep Inferno. We won't go for speed. But at this point, so this here can make bosses like Jotunfrau, Pazu, the first Doku, Smoggin, easier bosses is with the lunar. And they all have some sort of variation of this string right here. So if you're reading my inputs, you're seeing I'm pushing a direction. So in this case, forward YY, and it's getting Ryu in the air. If you just do forward Y, it doesn't get him in the air. But the second Y is what gets him up there. And then if you had an X at the end, he does that last little, like, just a little bit of movement in the same direction. Side note, by the way, if you hold forward with your joystick in the same direction and delay... Oh, there you go. So you don't have to do that. Whoops. So I did forget that, actually. I never do that, actually. That's funny. So there you go. You can hold the same direction. And if you delay a little bit with your Y input, you don't have to reset your thumbstick. So I would say the same thing with the Gleaming Blade. If you can do this 10 times in a row just like this, without smashing Y down like this, if you don't do that, I would consider that a win. So what we're going to do with Pazu is, since we're not going for speed, we're just going to do this over and over and over and over. Just to get you to understand, just to get damage on him, and just to be safe, right? Because the whole point is just beating him. Hey, Richie. And then we'll go over here, we'll place it down. So I'll try to show off his moves real quick. Let's see what he get. Let's see what we get. So you can tell which way the laser's gonna be. You just need to roll the opposite way. So those are the same two until they start getting closer. So you can roll between his legs. So that's two different attacks. So when he goes like this, that's one attack, and when he brings him back out, his wings back out, that's another attack. So I had timed the rolls correctly. Just understand that's why I did the rolls the way I did. That's a grab, so you want to try to avoid that with all costs. So you're gonna. Oh, I'm not close enough to his feet. So he can try to stomp on you. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So that's another. I rolled into it. Anyway, so those are the attacks that we really need to worry about. Now we can start. There we go. Oh, we didn't do it. So I stopped the second Y press there because I saw I wanted to do that grab, and I would have got caught if I did that. So after a little bit here, he's gonna do he's gonna drop his head. There we go. Yeah, you can mash shields if you get grabbed. So at this point, you can we can do the same thing I was showing before with the forward YY, and then you can just do XY. You can just end with the smash down just to get some damage off, unless you're confident and you can do the forward YY and fall, and forward YY and fall down, because that's technically the faster strat. So you can do this, or you can do like that. So I felt like he was gonna grab me, so I just nimpoed to avoid it. So I missed it. I want to see what he's gonna do. He's going for another grab. Oops, I rolled too far forward. Yeah, so that first one hit me because I didn't time my roll correctly. That was seal again, why not? So you can just block that. There we go. Oops. So you want to be focusing his head. That's where the damage is. Anyway, that's Pazu. If you're feeling spicy, you can You can do fire wheels and incendiary shurikens in between all that. But that's just the very basic beating him safe strat. Okay, I think is it this one? And then this one's a map, right? Yeah, okay. Best chapter. Yeah, so at this point, obviously save. There is a scarab over there, but really nothing else that you need to go over for. So we're just gonna swim on through. Oops. Why is Ryu not going down? That little structure was keeping me from going down. There we go. So there are spikes here. Where are they at? They're around the corner. So when you, if you do the timing well, like I did, you want to get through those first two spikes, and how you do it is you can kind of swim into the corner right before the spikes, and once you see it prop up, then you can swim, and then you get to the next one, wait for that one to go, and then you should be able to just breeze on through if you don't, you know, hit any walls or anything with Ryu's face. So that's how I was able to get through that. Let's see. I think my heals are fine. Sure, why not? Okay, you don't have to buy smoke bombs. I'm just goofing off. So here, let's see. So I'm gonna wait for that to go one more time. There we go. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I had a feeling I was gonna get hit because I bonked into the wall. So that messed up all the timing. And all of that made me lose all my oxygen because I took too long. So you can save. If you pick up that chest, a bunch of enemies come on through. So I actually don't remember what's in that. We'll just check for fun, I guess. There he goes. A small heal that, or a big heal that I don't even need. There you go. Now it's free. So you can avoid them. So here we get to go grab the key and the oxygen tank. So as soon as we can, we're gonna try to get on the surface of the water so we can just run to this the lever. There we go. And then we're gonna go underneath this boat, grab the tank, grab the key, and then we'll almost be done with the water section. So grab that, you might as well, because you have to go this way anyway, and now we don't have to worry about drowning. In NGB, you can, well, in both games, you can drown, and it just burns your talisman. It doesn't even burn your talisman, you just get a game over. Thanks, Richie, for the posture check. With the concern froge. Nice. And then you get up to the surface here. TGD wants a social distance high five. All right, you ready, TGD? Here you go. Save that, mount it, put it on your fridge. So here, this is part of the reason why we grabbed this earlier. Oops. So try not to fall in the water like I just did. Did he die or did... No, he's in the water. Are we still alive? All right. So to connect everything back, this is where Bone Dragon fell and unlocked the next area for us and Ryu's next chapter. And now, with all this water that finally filled it, we go around and around towards the elevator over by where you go up to Alma. And instead of going to that, we're going to go back towards that save statue I showed earlier. And we will be fighting Doku. And so I'm going to be showcasing the lunar strat. I think it's worth learning even a little. You don't have to be super efficient at it. You could just do the forward Y, Y, X, and then that's it. Or the forward Y, Y. The whole point is... you want to watch what Doku's doing. And really, some of his biggest threats are his grab. Showcasing my strat. Yeah, so I'm the one that found this strat. If it's a big deal, I guess. I found it in NGB. But either way. There we go. So Doku is a little bit different. Hey, period. Yeah, I'm off trademarked it. Dang. So what we're going to be doing is it's a little different, and the only reason we do this with X is because if you're close enough to Doku when you start the string, it will actually put you right behind him with that X movement, or X with the movement that you get from X. It's also potential to actually hit him, but really the goal is it'll just put you behind him, and then you can just keep doing it. He may block a lot, which is fine. And then while you're doing this input, you want to be watching what Doku's doing. So I'm not going to go in and just start, you know, blazing him up with Lunar. I'm going to try to show his combos a little bit and then try to explain why you would why would you do like forward Y, Y, X, shuriken, Y or something, and or versus no shuriken and ending in Y. And really it's all timing on how long do you want to stay in the air. And then like worst case, absolute worst case, you could do all of this and then end in shuriken. Just to, you completely scuffed up the timing. Inferno will get you out of whatever grab or something. So anyway, so we're going to go over his moves. He's got a couple different moves and more moves than the Chapter 2 one, but the perks are he won't one-shot you. So that you can just block and then reset your block. You can also dodge it like I did. He has, yeah. So this one, you can. He's not gonna let me talk. So with that charged attack, you can roll underneath him, or you can just start roll jumping away. You don't have to try to take him head on. With this barrage attack, I recommend just roll jumping away. If he gets too close to you, for you to start doing your roll jumps away, you can actually try to get in front of or get behind him, because he's gonna stick with his one direction that he was committed to. So really, he doesn't have a whole bunch of long range attacks except the AOE smash that he does. I got cocky. And then throwing his sword. So you can just roll jump away, and he's just going to keep going his one direction. He's not even going to turn to you. If you mistime it, you can push X. Let's see if he does it again. There we go. Whoops. too close apparently. So I was trying to bait him into doing that slam. There we go. So you can end with a smash like that if you needed to stay in the air a little bit longer. He hasn't showcased his grab because I haven't been close enough. Let's see. There we go. So that's the grab. That's different than NGB as far as the timing, so it might take getting used to if you're going between games. So now I'll just show the fight. So you can do forward YYX. This is what it looks like if you're doing it correctly. I didn't like what he was doing there, so I stopped, and he would have smashed me. There you go. Yeah, so I wasn't close enough to actually continue the string there like that. So I didn't continue it. So that one I should have pushed X, because that would have put me behind him and I would have avoided the damage. Speak the devil with timing, so I reacted too quick to roll into it. Whoa, the double charge. So sometimes he'll do this, and you just need to remind him this isn't Minecraft. This is Ninja Gaiden Black. You don't have to block everything. There we go. But hopefully, I think I showcased all of his moves there. So hopefully that works out.
Emperor, your true master. You see, young Ryu, you are not so different from us. Those of the dragon lineage like yourself draw their blood from the same ancient deities.
So at this point, we're going into, I believe it's Rachel's last chapter. And it's pretty short again. So we'll save here so we don't have to go through all that again. The goal is to just get into where that portal is, so you can just keep rolling forward, and once you pass through, they won't chase you anymore. I actually don't know if I've checked what this is for Rachel. Oh, look at that. Money and heals and whatnot. So you can grab that. It's the last chapter, so last chapter for Rachel, so whatever money you have for her, you might as well spend it. So we're back at the Hayabusa village. You can just jump down here. It's a little bit quicker. Save. Shop. If you want, you can go buy some bling for her. Since it's the last chapter, I figure I might as well. There we go. Now we're broke. Okay. There's gonna be guys here. You can avoid them if you want. You can fight them. Not really any point to right now. There's not any other upgrades or anything that you're gonna go for unless you're really low on money or something. Free pickup right there that we're full on. You can shop again. Oops, if I had decent movement. There we go. So then we can fight these guys. We'll probably do that. That way they're not bugging us while we're trying to do this objective here. There we go. So you break this guy, get this tablet. Okay. So now they won't disturb me while I do this. I might as well take that. Oops. So one of the dumb things that you can do, which is what I just did, is I tried changing Rachel's attention in the middle of that string, and it worked, but nothing connected because I swapped in the middle of the string. So there's really like no benefit to swap mid-string with Rachel. Just try to finish off the one if you can. If not, obviously cancel your string and try again. These guys, you could probably just use the essence from the smaller fiends and UT them. They're pretty weak for Rachel. Worst case, you can just do XXX, dodge one of the swings, whether it's a vertical, or you can just block and take some chip damage through the horizontal swing and then do it again. But most efficient way there is just use the essence to UT them. Here, I'll try for fun. I'll try this fight, but you can just lose this fight. I'm pretty sure if you win this fight here, let's say you didn't get the Doku one and you continued through, you can just beat the sisters here. I know that's on the PS3 version. I'm not sure if that's on this one. And unlock the next difficulty is what you get, but it might be different. But we'll see if we can do it here. I mean, I have enough heals and it's normal, so I might as well try. Oops. Oh, I was a little early. I couldn't face the right way. There we go. Ah, I deserve that. Oops. Yep. So punishing. I'm actually a little torn which one I would have rather got hit by. I thought Ishidaris was going to be shooting her blast, so I nimpoed. There you go. I did a horrible job. I've done that on Master Ninja on mission mode, and you get way less heals. So, yeah, that's pretty rough on Master Ninja. Hey, Scruff, thanks for the host, man. How was your stream? Anyway, no matter what you do there, you're supposed to lose the fight. Welcome everyone from Scruffington's stream. I am going through, I'm Digital T, and I am making a Ninja Gaiden Sigma tutorial for new Ninja Gaiden players, getting the Master Collection. So we're going through and getting you through the game casually. Okay. So now we're back at Ryu. They took away the puzzles here, so easy peasy. Apparently you can hop up that. I've never done that before. All right. So here is where we can start topping off on a couple items. And then we're gonna head this way and go into the ice cavern. Can save here as well. Thanks, Scruff. Thanks again for the raid, man. All right, sounds good. See, is it the dinos again? The red dinos, or is it different enemies? Okay, so we've already fought these guys. Ooh, that was actually really close. So I'm not gonna showcase it. If anything, it's easier because now your stuff's leveled up. Another save statue there. We'll just drop down here. We're gonna cut right. You can just jump and push Y. to get down there. And then we head on back all the way to where we just started. Whoop. So you want to... If the game will let me. Oh, this is exciting. All right, now I can grab that. So here, you don't die in the lava, but you can get hurt. And how it works is you get damage from landing in it, and then you start losing HP for standing in it. But if you keep jumping and trying to like roll jump through, that's where you can actually get the most damage, is because you keep taking a lot of big damage. So if you fall in it, you can just walk out. So here, the intended way is to do this. I'll show you the more fun way for something to try out if you don't want to go and try this and do the dev intended way. You can do it a different way. Again, there's a couple different things you can do here. You can just jump straight into the lava and walk across and then go over here to where the safe statue is, or you can go the way that they want you to go, where you don't take as much lava damage, but at this point you've picked up so many heals that it doesn't really matter. This way is probably more dangerous anyway, but I'll show you it. I'll show you the faster way. Yeah, that's why it's more dangerous. I'll show you the faster way on the second lap around. Obviously a shop there. Obviously you can save. Let's see. We're gonna head up this way. This is what I call the seesaw room. And nothing to it really. You just wait for the weight on the bottom from Ryu and then head on up. And then we just jump on down and we'll head right back through the door. Whoops. I thought he would have had a little bit of a kickoff. So you're supposed to kind of wall around along this so you don't take the lava damage. So we'll see if I get it. You can just go on this first platform right here and then just wall run up like that, and then just forward jump up here, and you don't even have to go through this big U again. And on my way back, I'll show the faster strat. Oops, I didn't hold forward. So now we go back to the ice caverns, and we're gonna meet Jotunfrau. And this time we're gonna go left. Go pick up the new cog that just got smelted. We can heal, save here. So what we're gonna do for Jotunfrau is we're gonna just do forward YY. We can add in an X there. It doesn't really make a difference. The only thing I want to point out is Jotunfrau probably has some of the highest damage in the game for respective to where you're at in the game. So his grabs do a lot of damage. Thankfully it's Sigma, so you can heal while you're in a grab. and his swinging with his arms does quite a bit of damage as well. The ice slams that he does, he's invulnerable, so you just have to avoid them. So I'll try to showcase his moves before we go start actually attacking him. So let's see what we get. So he's just standing there. He's waiting patiently. So he can't hit you with this. Yeah. So you heard the glass shatter. So he can hit you. If you keep standing in front of them, he will continue that string. There you go. So take some chip damage there. This is a grab. You can jump over it or jump away. Oops. I naturally just wanted to move out of the way, but you can keep him, keep doing that move. I want him to do the ice slam. This is like crazy that he's not. There we go. So right, if I go up to hit him during that, you can't actually damage him except for like fire wheels or like explosives, but not like actually like hitting him with anything like a melee weapon. I think those are all of his moves we've showcased. Yeah, so like I said, he'll keep doing it. I want to say it's like 4 or 5. I think it's 5 he'll stop at. Anyway, so now we'll just do forward Y, X, and then I like to just roll past his arm once he starts doing that attack. This camera's really weird. So I wanted to avoid his grab, so I stopped trying to do damage and just jumped over it. There we go. So that's Jotunfrau. Okay, then we'll fall out here, and we're gonna head back to the lava area, and then I'll showcase a little bit of movement that you can do to speed things up just a little bit, and maybe learn a different skill in the game. So we gotta go one more time because we gotta fight the fireworms. And then Smoggin. So here, we're going to get to the ledge. And we're going to do... So I did a forward jump, air destruction slash, shuriken Y. So I didn't showcase that because it's not required to do this game. To do this in the game, but it's something fun for you to practice if you feel like it. Otherwise, you can go through it like I showed you the first time. Here, you can just jump across here. You can take a look at my HP. I'm full, right? So I'll take some initial damage when I land, and then I'll take some slow draining damage once I keep running, or once I stay in the lava, and then I'm just gonna run up to the save statue. If you keep jumping, you'll take a lot more damage. There you go. So it wasn't that bad considering it, and it's way faster in the long scheme of things. So here you can shop again. I'll probably just keep these nice and high. Pop this. So here, this fight is pretty weird, I'll admit. So it's a bunch of random worms, really, coming all over the place. So we're gonna stick with the dragon sword because that's what we've been going through for the most of the game, and now recently the lunar. But so we're just gonna try. They have a couple attacks, or they have one main attack that's different, and it's this fire ring instead of the blasts. So you can jump through it. It's literally like a ring. So you just want Ryu to hop through it, compared to like dodge it, like the electric blasts. Oops. I'm actually, this is obviously my fault. I'm just not used to the weird angles that they come at, which is why I got sweeped a couple times. So they're not playing nice. There we go. Yeah, so I just need to start blocking. So I thought I was gonna figure it out before the end of that fight. One small thing you can do is drag essence by doing that over and over again with the haze slash, and then you can bring it over. But you have to do it quick, otherwise it'll disappear. And if you hold it too long, obviously you absorb it for a UT. That one's just some more fun to know as well. I used a lot of heals because I got a little cocky, so I'll just fill up again. Here, so we're just gonna do what I showed earlier with being able to hop up to the side over there. There we go. So we're gonna use Lunar. We're gonna do forward Y, Y, X, and then we're gonna show off Smoggen's moves as well. So he pretty much always starts his fight by just kind of casually bringing his head to you. So we're gonna try to get the initial damage on him, and then we'll show off his moves. Oops, that was my fault. So I messed up there, trying not doing X when his head was there. That's what got me in the lava. So he likes to keep raising those. So the second you see him swing his wings like that is when you want to dodge. And then obviously when you see his head go forward for the fireball, you want to dodge that as well. So he does, he will bite sometimes. But this is probably the safer strat that you could use on him. That one I was really close to, so I was just reaction. But you can just hop over it and be safe. I had to react a little quick because he started right on top of me. I don't remember if his bite is really fast in Sigma. In NGB, it's really, really fast. But he hasn't tried the bite yet. And then it might be, I'm assuming, I'll go upstairs. We'll see if that changes anything. All right, well, he didn't show off the bite. So now we jump on his body, pick this up. We can consume it here. That way we have fully, or even more full HP going into this next chapter. I just realized I didn't use these, so we can use these guys, the Jewel of the Demon Seal on Inazuma. That's what we're gonna want it for near the end of the game. And if I go at a decent pace, I should be able to finish this in this video. All right, so in this chapter, we fight Awakened Alma. You can save right here, obviously, so we'll do that. Yeah, my camera got really weird there, so it kind of dropped my direction. There we go. And then you just wall run up this entire thing. If you want, you can kill the bugs, get a little money. Your last, or one of your last opportunities to get money is up here. So now we're kind of back in the aqueduct area from earlier. So if you didn't end up finishing that room where we were farming the pill bugs, you can go back and farm money there again and go get some items. Obviously, I have all of my talismans, so I'm just going to continue on through. And, ooh. That was loud. And, we're just going to head all the way to the top of the entire sewer here. So in case you forgot, that is the elevator where the pill bugs are. You can go farm. Ooh, excuse me. Nothing else you need to do is just go on upstairs. No keys, no nothing. So once we get up here, we're gonna head back into Tyrone. So I want to check real quick, because in NGB, if you kill these guys, you get a talisman. See what it is on Sigma. I'm assuming a talisman. There you go. So there's your fourth free talisman. Just gotta kill a couple guys. You do not have to break this wall. You can go back this way, go through the door, and then go up the stairs. I'm just gonna go this way because it's a little faster, and I already had the Lunar out to smash it. You can only smash with Lunar when it's level 3. Otherwise, you got to use the Warhammer or the Dobby. And then, if you didn't notice, this takes us the same way that I talked about earlier. And then we're just going to make our way back to this statue in the middle. And then I'm pretty sure I saved this chest for myself. Yep. So I happen to be full, so I actually could top off and then use it because I won't be back here. Oops. All right. So at this point, we get to get the true dragon sword, which is really nice. So you can, yeah, you can buy here again, just like you could have for Rachel. It's pretty much the same routing in here. Except you don't have to go get the last stone tablet. You can just go through because of the warp she made. So now we can just head on over here. It is funny how many different warps they make you go through. Now we're on Awaken Alma, so I'll do that. I'll probably swap to Inazuma because I'm going to be using that pretty much going forward anyway. I think I'm alright. And then we'll save. Awaken Alma is a little funky. There's not really a lot of opportunity to do safe damage on her. There are a couple attacks that you can do while she's on the ground, but it's a risk of you getting hit as well. So I'm going to try to showcase the ones that you can do to actually do damage. And they pretty much rely on you doing connecting a flying swallow, which is RNG, or you do I forget I could look at the name, but I usually call it like a baby gleaming blade. So it's like, if you look real quick, I'm just doing a quick, like, half. Excuse me. Ugh. Allergies. And so this can disrupt her and potentially knock her down. And then obviously Gleaming Blade, if you can get her on the ground near you. But you want to focus on her, like, top portion. The back half, like the centipede bug half, doesn't have a hitbox like NGB, so you're not really going to connect with her from that side if you knock her down. If you knock her down and she's really far away, just go for another Flying Swallow to get something, because if you try to set up for a Gleaming Blade, she's going to recover too fast. Her attack, she has a couple attacks that are like or Alma 1, where she'll throw some pillars or orbs. Her grab is probably her grab, and she has this charged orb attack that she does. Those are probably some of the most dangerous when she's in the air. When she's on the ground, pretty much anything is dangerous. So that was mostly just to show a speedrun strat, because she can be really wonky, and I just wanted to get the damage, that way I don't have to worry about it later. Yeah, don't shoot Rachel with an arrow, because now I want to go over her moves, and she's at a point where I can finish her off once I'm done showing the moves. So there's her pillar attack. She's on the ground. You can go for a Flying Swallow there, but when she does that charge, you pretty much want to get out of the way. That charged orb, I recommend rolling to the side or rolling into it, because if you jump, it's gonna follow you. This one is the same as before. Try to run in a curve motion. Let's see if I get closer. She'll do the grab. The grab you want to roll into, oddly enough, because she will kind of like track you. She doesn't want to grab. No grab, huh? There we go. So just like that, you want to roll into whatever side she is from you. Yeah, that one I knew was coming, because she does that string, and she ends in a grab, like every time when she does the two melee swings. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. I don't think so. I think we've showcased it all. So now it's the RNG of actually connecting damage on her. There we go. So focus, try to stay near the top of her. If I try to go for that scorpion kind of portion, there's no hitbox there, so I won't actually connect damage. Oh, I jumped early. There you go. So I wanted to get that initial damage off because I wanted to be able to explain it and then just finish her when we're done explaining it. I didn't want to have to sit here and have you watch me try to connect flying swallows for 5 minutes. So if you're interested, that strat that I did at the beginning is what we do in the speedrun. So you will jump at her, start with a haze slash. If it connects, you can get into a flying swallow, into a gleaming blade, into the baby gleaming blade, and then after that it's RNG. But that was just because, like I said, I wanted to get the damage off and go through explaining her, and then be able to be done with it when we were done. So yeah, for Awaken Alma, I don't recommend running around crazily and trying to connect a million flying swallows. If you don't connect one, wait to see what she's gonna do. Play smart. That's how you'll get past her. And if you need to, obviously rewind, like, hey, I got hit by such and such attack. What did I miss? Go back, rewatch how I, handled that specific attack, and then hopefully that helps you out. So at this fight, or at this beginning of this chapter, we're gonna swap to Lunar because we have it at level 3 at this point. I went back and saved because it's right there. You can do that. That way, in case you die here, you don't have to fight Awaken Alma again. So break this open, and we're gonna fight Berserkers. And the strat here is you literally just counter them to death. So there's 3 of them. Lunar is the safer option. It's not the highest damage, but since it is one-on-one, you don't really have anything to worry about. So I just counter Y. Avoid that. They can hit you. Whoops. They can hit you when they transform like that. So just avoid that, and you'll be fine. And that's one Berserker. And they always drop a blue. Is it right or left? These guys are infinitely easier than the NGB ones. There you go. As I get clapped by a combo there. The main things you need to worry about is resetting your guard if he breaks it. And just countering. At least in this fight. Oh, and obviously avoiding that, the transformation. There you go. Holy man, dude, we're on PC. This is crazy. All right. So now we're getting towards one of the last shops in the game without having to do some serious backtracking. So I will show you how everything connects after this chapter, but I won't be doing any more shopping for the sake of the video. If you decide that you need to, which is totally fine, first playthrough and all, I will show you where the shop is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure all of my arrows are full, because there is a boss near the end of the game that we're going to want those. And it's really important that we're full on those. So I would prioritize the arrows over heals at this portion, and then you can, you know, fill up on heals next. There's a free big right there. Here, I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of fiends, so we should be able to just Nimpo, and it's not even a problem. This is where we meet Marbus. Arguably one of my favorite greater fiends in the series.
Welcome to the hellish depths of the fiend realm. The question is, can you defeat me?
So you don't need your Nimpo or anywhere else, so we can just use it to wipe these guys. If you want extra money, you can do UT strings on them. XY is a good string, very simple. Obviously the counter that you just did with the berserkers is really good too. Oh, I even got a red back. So there's your key. We're heading on out. We're gonna swap to the true dragon sword as soon as the game picks up my input. There we go. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to look at? I don't think so. So again, I'm not shopping anymore. I'm done. And then we're gonna head on through this door. And then we meet some ghost fishies. So I recommend using a dragon sword because you can get some forward momentum while avoiding them. Let's see if I remember what these items are. So I'm doing air destruction slash, which we've done before. A directional jump with X in the air. They do drop a little bit of money. I'm kind of curious what this is. Okay. You can do on landing jumps if you're comfortable, but I haven't explained that at all in here. But I would say do air destruction slash just to get through. I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing of value. There we go. So there's a free devil elixir right there. Those are expensive. And then I'm pretty sure that's a book for lore. And now we're coming up on a mandatory fight that they have. Oops. I will say, so if you went through that wall, if you went through the broken wall back at Tyrone, grab the smoke bombs, you can use smoke bombs here. Let's see. Oops. There we go. There we go. So I was doing forward Y XXX after smoke bombing them. If you don't smoke bomb them, you have Nimpo that you can use. Feel free to use it. The cats can be very annoying, very quick. Save statue up here. Oh, I thought there was a big chest here. So here, we're going to go down here, grab the last key. You can continue doing the air destruction slash. And then we're gonna go right on the corner here. Let's see. So there is I did forget about that shop right there. So you can grab that or use that. Wow, he wasn't even on me. So I was doing a little advanced movement there just to get by them and not have to sit there and air destruction slash forever. So coming up, we have Spirit Doku. And Spirit Doku can be easy, but also can punish really hard. So the strat here, we'll save. The strat here is to Gleaming Blade him, but you only want to do it once he starts making moves towards you, like moving towards you. If you do it too early, he's just going to throw his gauntlet at you or his sword. And if he throws the sword while you're charging a Gleaming Blade like this, he's going to melt you. And you're probably going to die unless you heal in between the attack. Because it's like a spinning top sword. Like, it hits you a lot really fast. So I don't need smoke bombs anymore. You don't need anything really except Dragon Sword. So what we're going to be doing is if he's near us, we're going to roll jump one in some direction twice. So you're going to do roll jump, and then we're going to wait and see what he does. If he keeps throwing his sword, which is when it spins, we can block the initial one, and then we can just roll out and reset our block. If he throws his gauntlet at you, it's a grab. You can break out of it by mashing. Other than that, he'll do this kind of move where he'll put his arms up and then down, like he's getting ready to kind of like dash at you, and then you'll see him start to hover towards you. Once you see his arms go down and he starts making moves towards you, then you can do your Gleaming Blade. At least start getting ready for it. And then once he's on top of you, he's probably going to try to do a melee attack. You can counter it by doing this because that'll stagger him. And then we're just going to rinse and repeat with the roll jump away 2 times and then wait to see what he does. Nimpo is a security thing. It's anything bad happens. Like this. I'm just going to do it. You don't have to do it. There you go. I wanted that HP. So, anyway, let's go through Spirit Doku. I guess I need to go over his moves first. I was getting really excited. So that move where he was doing where he kind of crosses his arms up, that's when you would start getting ready to do a Gleaming Blade. So you can dodge that. Let me flip my camera. So when he oh, there we go. When he starts swinging up like that, he normally will want to swing down. I was actually surprised he turned around. And go for 2 swings. There we go. So he broke my guard, and then I had to reset it. There we go. So now we can mash out of it. Doesn't do damage unless he gets to you. So I wanna explain this better than that would have been. There you go. So you see where he crosses his arms up and then he starts getting ready to come near us again. Once he starts moving after doing that, you can get ready with the Gleaming Blade. And then we'll just keep avoiding him, wait for him to do it again. He might throw some stuff at you. There we go. And that's Spirit Doku. That's the safe strat. So at this point, you should be pretty comfortable doing Gleaming Blades. Don't get too crazy and excited. If you feel like you're starting to freak out and you're spinning your thumbstick all around and pushing all sorts of different buttons, that's where you're gonna die. So just treat it like a dance. You do your string, wait, roll, jump away, wait to see what he's gonna do. The second you see him bring his arms up like this, like a cross, and then he's getting ready to dash towards you, start the input for your thumbstick on Gleaming Blade, hold Y, hold it until he gets there, and then release. Don't even let him attack you, because he can shred your HP bar if you do it too early. You want him to be out and his arms are back down, and you start to see him make moves towards you. So at the beginning of this chapter, we're right on top of some fish, so I'm going to air destruction slash away. Okay, so they do despawn. This is the last statue. And then we're going to go get the key to get us into the core, and I'm going to show you how this all connects. That way you can get to Tyrone if you need to buy. Or explore. So we're going to make sure we're nice and full on our items. I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah. So we have to go this way to go grab the key anyway. Be careful. You can jump off the side of that ledge over there. Okay. So this is a cutscene where Ryu gets the key. And then, so if you need to go back to Tyrone, you can go down here. Open this door. You could do this back on right after you beat Doku as well. We just didn't do it because there was no need to at the time. And then you can continue that way, and that takes you back to Tyrone. So now we're gonna head up the stairs because we're making our way to the core, which is where the gauntlet is, and we fight a lot of enemies and we fight a lot of bosses. In the gauntlet with the bosses, we fight 2 bosses that we've already fought, so I don't need to go over them again. I'm just gonna go through it. And then in these waves, we're just gonna go through safe strats on beating them. And this, at the end of this, we'll fight 3 bosses that we haven't fought before, and I'll show you how to beat them.
What will he...
So here, we can really just Inazuma. We've upgraded it to level 3, and those guys really should be just getting one shot. Whatever Nimpo you see floating around, that was dumb of me. You might as well go pick up. Oops. So you can keep Inazuma-ing. You just want to make sure that you're not too close to the tree, otherwise you won't connect with them. I just used one of the essence floating around. I deserve that. So I just held block the whole time. He never broke my guard. So since we have the True Dragon Sword, it does more damage. So you could do X, Y, Y, and do some really good damage on them. Again, their main threats are their grabs with their mouth. Here you can get a bunch of HP and possibly Nimpo, so it doesn't hurt to do the air destruction slash and come back to the stairs for a second if you saw something you need like HP or Nimpo. There we go. Yeah, so when you're behind them like that, they always want to turn like that with the tail. So I'm just gonna use a little Nimpo. Make this a little bit faster for me. One thing that's worth noting is that at the top of this entire tower is one of those healing statues of the Team Ninja logo. So if you get past the 4th floor, you don't need to use heals and Nimpo to refill. You can just wait till you get up top and pass the fish on the stairs and go get a free top off. I'll grab that. I saw the red. So I was pushing the run button. Yeah, I was pushing X from NGB habits to get through the door, not B. There we go. So that Nimpo didn't matter anyway. Yeah, so these guys, assume if you're out in Nimpo, you can just do X, Y, Y to get through most of their stuff. They're pretty tough. They do a lot of damage. And they do want to grab like that sometimes, which will bring you to the floor below. Okay, I'm talking too much. Yeah, so those guys can be pretty tough if you're not respecting them like I was. But really forward YY or nimpoing them, really. If, like I was trying to explain, is if you're out of nimpo, you can get away with just doing forward YY. You can even Gleaming Blade. Worst they'll do is they might hit you, but they can't grab you during that animation. And then if you can, try to string together Essence for ultimate techniques on them, and you should be able to finish them off. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty annoying. Oops, I was not doing a research stuff. Trying to think. So for a second there, you saw one go into the floor, right? And if he grabs you while he's underground like that, it will make you drop to the bottom, or not to the bottom, to the floor below, and you have to restart that current floor again. So you want to avoid that at all costs. Oops. So I'm just gonna nimpo. He should be dead. No, he's not. Oh, he didn't get hit. That's what happened. I got greedy. You don't really have to go back for anything unless after all of this you're not looking so hot. So you can fill up here. And then if your heals or your items in general aren't looking too hot, you can always go back to Tyron where I showed you. You don't have to do those floors again. What I recommend is you save. You can go back to Tyron, go shop. If you need money, you can go all the way back to the aqueducts, which is by those train tracks, which is past the drawbridge. And then go by again, and then make your way all the way back here. Obviously, only if you're in that situation. There's two big heals right here on top of the top off you get from the healing statue there. And then at this point, we're gonna fight Hydrocubus, Jotunfrau, and Marbus, and a couple waves of fiends. So, anyway, if you needed to go shop or anything, go do that, and then I'm gonna showcase what this is. So nothing crazy here. We're this far in the game, just clearing fiends. Oh, I didn't know there was two on the map. So this is going to be exactly the same as Hydrocubus 2, except he has more HP, and we have a true dragon sword. Same in that we're going to do the Flying Swallow, Shuriken, Y. Obviously try to avoid the tentacles, and then we're going to Gleaming Blade him. If you can't get it, you can do this. X, Y, X, X, X. Oh, is he gonna survive? Oh. There we go. So Marvis can kill the fiends here as well, and you can get the essence for it. Now we're on our way to Jotunfrau. Again, same as before within this video. We're gonna swap to Lunar, forward YY, and then Marvis will be the one we'll take our time on. So I got caught there, so I did shuriken to help keep me in the air a little bit longer, so I didn't land into the grab. There you go. So that time I didn't hit Y a second time because of the same exact reason, except I was on the ground, so it was same issue of timing, but different in that different situation I was in. So there's a couple ways you could do this. We could do it the cheese way, where you stun him, which involves Inazuma and then X, well, X, 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 Y over and over again. So I'll showcase fighting him for real for a little bit, and then I'll show you the cheese if you so choose. That it does require a little timing with the Inazuma though, so it's not like 100% consistent for new players. So he has this attack, and he normally likes to launch at you. So when he does this, you can get some okay damage doing X, Y, Y. He will spawn fiends sometimes. Oops. So that's the move that you would normally punish him with to start the loop. But I didn't do it because I wanted to kind of show him off a little bit more. Oops. Oh, I guess there was two essence. So you can attack him during this. I normally end with the Gleaming Blade because he can't grab you during the Gleaming Blade. Oops, I whiffed that timing so bad. I'll use a big because there's two on the top of the tower. So the real way you're supposed to punish him is instead of doing Inazuma, whoops, is you avoid this, and then you can come back and do a Gleaming Blade. Oops. Yeah, the fiend disrupted me, so I didn't feel comfortable to go for another one. So like I said, he can't grab you through the Gleaming Blade. That's why I felt comfortable to get the second one off. Just for fun, I'll show the Inazuma. Since he's so low on HP, and we've, for the most part, fought him authentically. Oops. Yeah, I shouldn't have done a Y counter. Might have been too late. We're gonna find out here in a second. Anyway, he doesn't have much HP, but you could do that over and over and over and over. Nice. So we're coming up at the point where you actually cannot shop again in the rest of the game. And so at that point, did my notification not go off? I heard something. What did I miss? Oh, hey, thanks, Simateus. Weird, it didn't pop up on the side. Nothing. I heard it, but the stream manager didn't show anything. How you doing? Anyway. So we're at the point where you once you enter this boss arena, you can't buy anymore, even into the next chapter. So here I topped off. I grabbed that extra elixir. I'm gonna save. And the reason I bring up no more purchasing anything is because you want to make sure you have all of your explosives, your incense, and your armor piercing rounds. You want them topped off. You want them filled up, because the second phase of this boss is where you're gonna want them. The first phase is all Gleaming Blade with the Dragon Sword, which we went over, right? This move right here. The only difference is you're gonna be on a floating rock. Oh, excuse me. So we don't have to swap to projectiles. We can here. It doesn't matter because the first phase you don't use any. Nimpo I'll just use for being safe. I won't use it for like speed strats on the phase 2. We'll use it just for safety. So I won't even swap from Inazuma. I'm trying to think. Actually, I'm torn. I think what we'll do is we'll do fire wheels, and I'll show why for the second phase. So the first phase of Emperor, I'll let the cutscene go while I'm talking. You're trying to go and knock off her 2 shoulder pieces and then like her chest piece, like literally right in the middle. And the way you're doing that is with Gleaming Blade. So she has these like flying orbs that will do different patterns. And the way to avoid them is you can go left and right, but you can also hold block and go up and down with your left thumbstick. So that's how you control the boulder that Ryu is on. So those are a thing, but if you start charging the Gleaming Blade right away and you feel like you're about to get hit, you can keep charging for an ET or a UT and just iframe through the lasers if you already have your Gleaming Blade off. If not, you can just Nimpo, because there's not really much Nimpo needed for the rest of the run or playthrough. So anyway, we'll showcase it. So she has 2 swings, or a swing that she can do, and then she can cast her orbs. So I just focused one shoulder. It doesn't matter which ones you focus. But as soon as you finish one, there'll be a light cutscene that you saw where I can't control Ryu. It's getting her ready into the next portion of this phase. And now I have her right shoulder and the chest left. So we're gonna do the same thing. But now the orbs are out. and I felt like I was gonna get hit, so I just continued the charge to get the full iframes. And while I'm doing that, I'm releasing into her shoulder, and then I'm just waiting until either it gets comfortable or I can hit her. So obviously that was really fast, but it's really just your movement with while you have Gleaming Blade, and if you decide you want to use it for safety or damage. So if you can charge it for an AT or a UT and you see an orb is coming by and you don't think you're going to be able to avoid it, you can iframe through it and then just wait for the next Gleaming Blade. So this is the one I was telling you about. So this is phase 2. So we're gonna have fire wheels, and then you can start with the armor piercing or the explosive arrows. Either way, you want to start with one of those two. The incendiary shuriken's last resort. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start shooting the arrows, and then as soon as we start seeing some of the smaller skulls flying off of him and towards us, we're gonna cast our fire wheels, and then I'm contemplating how I want to do this, because that's kind of like a force field that does a little damage, so you can keep shooting at the Emperor. What I'm contemplating is when you're fighting, when the big head is going to come down. I don't know exactly what I want to explain for a safe strat. We'll probably just Nimpo. We'll probably just swap to Inferno and iframe through it. That's probably what we'll do. So we'll just go about it this way. So just aim towards the middle of the body, just so you can try to connect as many of those skulls. So like I was talking about, you don't even have to sit here and shoot. We can just wait till we see the big head start to move like that. And then we can go and swap to Inazuma. And then I'm just going to cast Nimpo. We avoided the grab. That's it does a lot of damage. And then for the rest of the fight, we don't really have to worry about it. He can land on you, which is kind of interesting that he did that. He almost never does that attack. This is really, really loud, so hopefully it's not overbearing for you guys. There you go. Now he's on top of us, so it's not as loud. But I'm just aiming towards the lower half because it's going to connect with a lot more skulls, and that's the fight. If you missed a lot of arrows, then the worst case is you have to get closer to him. You don't have to hop in the lava with him. Just get closer to him and throw your incendiary shurikens at him. If you absolutely run out of everything, including Nimpo, it's going to take a while because you need to pretty much just do some air attacks with the Lunar or Dragon Sword on him, which is super unfortunate, I'll admit. Anyway, so now we're on the last chapter of the game. Trying to think if there's anything else to really bring up. So obviously, you know, you can make a save here. This boss, we'll go through safe strats. So up here is strictly movement. It's just paying attention. Don't you know, spam A too much because you can just fall off into the lava. So like you can miss this jump right there. I've done it before in a speedrun. It's unfortunate. So at this point, we finally got the objective, and then we're just gonna really just make our way along and just play it slow because you don't want to fall into the lava and have to do this again. So there's, I mean, there's nothing really for me to, you know, actually explain here except just have decent movement. That was me out of muscle, just playing this too much. So look down before you jump. And then at this point, you have to jump at Rachel in Sigma. NGB, you don't. And then we're at the top, and we're getting ready to face the last boss of the game. So for this fight, I'll try to let the cutscene go, and I'll get ready to pause. He has a couple attacks. He can jump at you or dive at you, which you can roll through it to avoid getting hit. He can just sit there and throw a bunch of shuriken, which you need to avoid. You can't block those. When he's fighting you in melee, like right up to each other, he has some pretty devastating combos. Your best bet is to literally just block, reset by rolling, and block and reset over and over again. And then after he's done, he might try to do a grab, but his grabs are really slow in Sigma. So you can avoid it with an impo or just outright roll away from it. But after he's done with his initial strings with the Dark Dragon Blade, you can do X, Y, Y on him. There are a couple opportunities for you to do Gleaming Blade, but it's pretty risky. So it's really one of two things. It depends on how healthy you're looking with your items. Like in our case here, right, we have 3 talismans, a bunch of heals. So if you have a bunch of talismans, you're probably going to out damage him compared to what he can do to you. So if you have a talisman and some heals, you could probably just do fire wheels and X, Y, Y over and over, and I'll show that. If not, we can load the save and do it again with a safer strat. So let's see what he does. So this is the one you have to roll away from because he can just guard break you. Yep. So I had to keep resetting. He got 1 hit off there. So that's his grab I was talking about. It's really slow. I got caught on the recovery there. So in that attack, you can Gleaming Blade it. Okay, he wasn't as bad as I thought he was going to be. I didn't even have to really show off the unsafe strat. So we didn't have to use an impo there, but he'll do three combos there, or a 3-hit string, I guess. And then after that, he might either redo it again or go for a grab. So that's your opportunity to do the XYY that I was doing. And again, you know, if you have Nimpo to spare, or you have Nimpo to use, right? You can do XYY, cast your Nimpo, wait for an opening again, XYY, and you have good damage compared to him, and he's not going to be that threatening for you. So anyway, hopefully this helps anyone that is going through Ninja Gaiden Sigma casually for the first time. Or it taught you a couple tricks if you've played the game before. This is on normal. I'm going to be starting the Master Ninja tutorial as soon as this one's uploaded. And then I'll go over what I am hoping players will understand coming into Master Ninja. That way we don't have to spend so much time talking about the bare basics. But with that, I'm going to turn off the stream. I'm going to end the recording. If anyone has any questions or needs any help, feel free to ask or send me a note or comment on this video, and we can help you out. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.